Oh! You guys will get that if you were here last year. So you guys ever heard the song Trapped in the Drive-Thru? Okay. Well, it's a song about being trapped in the drive-thru, but I got a story about this. So I used to work in fast food, and we had this drive-thru at our place. I think the drive-thru is just evil. People would go through there doing the weirdest stuff, and they just go crazy. You could make a whole psychology course about how people act in the drive-thru. And it's different for men and women. Like for guys, they drive up to the drive-thru. I think they feel intimidated, so they feel the need to shout. Have you ever been through the drive-thru when your dad's driving or something? He drives up and opens the window. Hey! Burger! Fry! Coke! Have you ever been on the inside when someone does that? I'm sorry, sir, I didn't catch a word you said. He's out there like, hey! Could you just pull up to the stupid window? We had our own way of dealing with that. We would prepare their food, open the window. Eat, eat. Here's your food! Do you want ketchup or salt? We weren't firm believers in repeat business. And then I used to work at this. Girls, when they went through, they were different. I'm very glad you don't yell like that. That'd be horrible. I want a burger! But we noticed that moms with children had to name everyone in the car. Why? We don't care. Billy will have the burger. The fry and the Coke Denise, our second grader. She's in soccer. She has a friend named Sylvia. They talk all the time. She'll be having a kid's meal. Oh, and little Johnson, he just got out of diapers. No more stinky. He'll have a small fry. I'm like, thank you, ma'am. JP, our burger flipper, will be preparing your meal. Wendy, our employee of the month, will be salting your fries. My name's Ben, I'm 15. I'll be screwing up your order today. That's right, on purpose. I'm here to help. And I used to work this job in a radio station. It was like a little small Christian radio station. And mainly I would take calls at first. So I would take calls for song requests. And lots of people would call in for song requests and totally lose their minds. They're like, could you play me a song? Sure, what do you want to hear? I don't remember the name of it. What was it about? I think it was about love. That doesn't narrow it down. Was it a male artist, a female vocalist, small group, choir? Yeah, one of those. I don't think I can help you. But I could get a CD of it then? Yeah, call the music store and tell them what you told me. We get 30 calls a month. Hi, do you have the time? Call us for the time. Used to be this company out there that you adults might know called Timex. We'd call them for the exact time. I wonder if they were getting calls like, hello, Timex. Yeah, could you play me a song? I don't think so. Well, do you know where I could get a CD of it then? And one day they just put me on the air just for fun. They're doing a fundraiser or something, and they had this old guy in there talking about parenting. And they thought I would be good to just talk with him on the air. And so he said, Ben, when Albert Einstein was a child, everyone told him, boy, you're a loser. When Thomas Edison was a child, everyone told him, boy, you're a loser. Ben, what's the moral of the story of Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein? He just put me on the spot. I didn't know what to say, so I just said the first thing that popped into my mind. I said, we should tell our kids they're losers. We didn't make our plateau that hour. Also around that time, I'll tell you a story about when I was in school. I took Spanish class in 8th grade, and they'd have us chant these random phrases. They didn't tell us what they meant, but from the first day, we just chant random phrases so that we could become fluent in Spanish, let it roll off our tongues. And so we had this one we would say every day. It was, Wanna pasa la banana elenana. We'd say that every day. Wanna pasa la banana elenana. We thought we were being cool. We like greet our friends in the hallway. Hey Bill, wanna pasa la banana elenana. Wanna pasa la banana elenana to you too. It was just translated for me recently. It means Juan passes the banana to his aunt. When am I gonna use that? Some kind of sports play-by-play? Juan's got the banana, he's running with the banana. Wanna pasa la banana elenana, she shoots, she scores! Then we had this other phrase in Spanish class. We'd say, mi ombligo se está quemando. We thought it was so romantic. We're trying to get dates with it. Oh, señorita, mi ombligo se está quemando. It means my belly button is on fire. I suppose in a Spanish-speaking country that could save your life. Yeah, wanna pasta.